1 of 32 1940. Back when she was still a princess, Queen Elizabeth would ride horses at the Royal Lodge in Windsor, which her family used as a country retreat. Grounds feature a tiny cottage which was a gift to Elizabeth from the people of Wales. Advertisement. Continue reading below. 2 of 32 1940. Here's Princess Elizabeth chilling at Windsor Castle in the summer. Just your typical teenage girl, destined to be queen. FYI, Margaret was one of the royal family's most fashionable members, but was clearly in a more conservative phase when this photo was taken. Advertisement. Continue reading below. 4 of 32 1942. Here, Queen Elizabeth, right, and her little sis, Princess Margaret, are twinning again as they take a leisurely bike ride around Windsor, England. Advertisement. Continue reading below. 5 of 32 1942. Before she was on that corgi grind, Elizabeth left was a fan of Los Apsos and jaunty blazers, apparently. Advertisement. Continue reading below. Advertisement. Continue reading below. 6 of 32 1942. Queen Elizabeth spent time as a Girl Guide when she was a teen, England's equivalent to a Girl Scout. Here she is chilling in uniform during summer, 42. She was 16 at the time. Advertisement. Continue reading below. 7 of 32 1944. Behold, a corgi. This is Elizabeth's puppy Sue hanging on the grounds of Windsor Castle. Elizabeth lived here with her family during the war due to safety concerns. Advertisement. Continue reading below. 8 of 32 1944. Another look at the princesses, Margaret's on the right, during their time at Windsor Castle. Hat game, strong. Advertisement. Continue reading below. 9 of 32 1944. That same year, the princesses, Elizabeth is on the left, dressed in their royal best for a pantomime show. They were actually known to have acted in these shows occasionally, and at one point dressed up as Cinderella and Prince Florizel. Advertisement. Continue reading below. 10 of 32 1946. Just catching up on some stamp collecting, you know how it is. FYI, Elizabeth was 20 when this photo was taken. She'd become queen 6 years later. Advertisement. Continue reading below. Advertisement. Continue reading below. 11 of 32 1946. Taken around the same time, this lovely photo shows Elizabeth, left, and Margaret lounging around the gardens of the aptly named Royal Lodge. Advertisement. Continue reading below. 12 of 32 1946. Advertisement. Continue reading below. 13 of 32 1947. This adorable picture was taken in Buckingham Palace, and features Elizabeth celebrating her engagement to Prince Philip. The moment was captured in The Crown's first episode. Advertisement. Continue reading below. 14 of 32 1946. Elizabeth and Margaret were extremely well educated. Here, the future queen watches her sister play some casual Brahms in Buckingham Palace's schoolroom. Advertisement. Continue reading below. 15 of 32 1947. A young Elizabeth sits at her desk in Buckingham Palace, possibly studying up on how to be a queen. Advertisement. Continue reading below. Advertisement. Continue reading below. 16 of 32 1947. In an unusually candid image, Elizabeth, right, and Margaret enjoy steam engine ride in South Africa. Advertisement. Continue reading below. 17 of 32 1948. TFWU. Flash forward 1 year and suddenly boom, style is being served. Advertisement. Continue reading below. 18 of 32. Date unlisted. In the late 40s, Margaret started wearing Christian Dior's new look, featuring gorgeously full skirts and a tightly cinched waist. Advertisement. Continue reading below. 19 of 32 1948. Suddenly Princess Margaret started looking exactly like Natalie Portman. Advertisement. Continue reading below. 20 of 32 1949. And she started serving up lace goals. Advertisement. Continue reading below. Advertisement. Continue reading below. 21 of 32 1951. Not to mention beauty goals. Advertisement. Continue reading below. 22 of 32 1951. As you might have guessed based on this outfit, Margaret reached peak icon in the 50s. Advertisement. Continue reading below. 23 of 32 1953. In 1953, Margaret's sartorial influence was making actual news. To quote an article in the picture post, "What she wears is news." It is seen by thousands of women in person, hundreds of thousands on newsreels, millions who read the newspapers and magazines. Advertisement. Continue reading below. 24 of 32 1953. Meanwhile, the London Illustrated said, the princess rapidly established herself as a leader of fashion. The Margaret look came to mean simple elegance for the younger set, so in case you're wondering why the crown's costume budget was so $, it's all this gal. Advertisement. Continue reading below. 25 of 32 1954. And sure, Elizabeth's style is slightly more modest, but don't get it twisted, HRH still looked amazing. Advertisement. Continue reading below. Advertisement. Continue reading below. 26 of 32 1954. The new monarch attends a garden party in Sydney, Australia wearing a modest white lace dress with gloves. Elizabeth had only been the Queen for 2 years in 1954. Advertisement. Continue reading below. 27 of 32 1955. The Queen casually sitting pretty, watching the Royal Windsor Polo Tournament at Smith's Lawn, Windsor Great Park. Advertisement. Continue reading below. 28 of 32 1956. A portrait of Princess Margaret, taken at her older sister, Queen Elizabeth's birthday. It's like a photo booth, but more professional because royalty. Her Majesty turned 30 years old in 1956. Advertisement. Continue reading below. 29 of 32 1960. Here's Princess Margaret at the Opera House in London wearing an elegant gown and white and fur wrap. This is the same year she married Anthony Armstrong-Jones, pictured behind her. Advertisement. Continue reading below. 30 of 32 1960. Newlywed Princess Margaret waves to the crowd as she rides off with her new hubby Anthony Armstrong-Jones for their honeymoon. Advertisement. Continue reading below. Advertisement. Continue reading below. Advertisement. Continue reading below. Advertisement. Continue reading below.